All right, everybody, welcome back for another deep dive. Today we're looking into something
Yeah,
pretty important, I think, the
absolutely.
Fulfill Within Foundation
Mm-hmm.
and, their Fuel the Future campaign.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen the appeals, we've seen everything. People have questions,
Right.
and we're going to break it down. Is it worth supporting? Is it not worth supporting? We're going to find out today.
Totally.
So
Nailed it.
I think the first thing is who is this Fulfill Within Foundation?
Right. Well, they're all about this community-driven change.
Okay.
And they're really focused on empowering these young adults to build a life for themselves, you know?
So it's not just about giving them
Yeah.
money and saying see ya later.
Exactly. It's not just a handout, it's like a hand up.
Right. I've seen that actually in the name of their campaign.
Yeah.
Fuel the future, empower dreams, transform lives.
Wow. Yeah.
So it's not just, give them some gas money and say good luck. It's really about
Right.
helping them build a life.
That's a really good point.
So who are these young adults that they're helping?
Yeah, so this campaign is all about helping young adults who are transitioning out of foster care.
Right.
And they're either, homeless or at risk of homelessness.
Okay, so
Hmm.
this is a group that's already
Yeah.
facing a lot of challenges.
Oh, absolutely.
Why are they? Particularly vulnerable.
Well, you have to think about it. Most young adults leaving foster care, they don't have that traditional family support system
Right.
to fall back on, right?
It's not like they could just call mom and dad.
Exactly. And they're often kind of thrust into this independence without the financial or emotional or even practical resources to navigate it successfully.
Yeah, they don't have the,
Uh,
years and years of learning,
yeah,
how to do things from their family.
exactly. And statistically, they face much higher rates of unemployment, mental health struggles,
Right.
and, like we were saying, housing instability.
It's like they're facing adulthood
Yeah.
on hard mode,
Yeah.
So how does this campaign tackle that?
Mhm.
I mean, they highlight three things, right?
Right.
Affordable housing, personal and life skill development, and tailored support services.
Hmm.
So let's break those down a little bit.
Yeah.
What kind of impact does providing affordable housing have on this population?
Okay. Well, I think having that safe and stable place to live
Yeah.
is foundational for everything else.
Right.
It's incredibly difficult to focus on things like, finding a job or personal growth when you're constantly worried about where you're going to sleep each night.
Yeah, worried about your basic needs.
Exactly.
You can't focus on anything else.
Right. You can't move forward.
Makes sense.
And so that secure housing, provides that crucial sense of stability that allows these young adults to focus on building that future for themselves.
Okay, so that's one piece of the puzzle.
Yeah.
What about those personal and life skills?
Right.
I mean, what are we even talking about there?
Yeah, so it's everything from budgeting and cooking to job interview skills and time management.
Okay, so just basic life skills that a lot of us take for granted.
Exactly. Many of these young adults haven't had consistent guidance, on these essential skills.
Right.
And that gap can really hinder their progress.
Right.
So by providing them with those skills, Fulfill Within is equipping them with the practical tools that they need to thrive independently.
So you're giving them the tools,
Mm-hmm.
not just the money.
Yeah, exactly.
And then there's this aspect of tailored support services. Why is this tailored aspect so crucial?
Well, it's all about recognizing that each individual's journey is unique,
Okay.
right? One young person might need intensive therapy to address past trauma, while another might need help building a resume and practicing for job interviews.
Right.
So this personalized approach makes sure that each person receives the specific support they need to overcome their unique challenges and reach their full potential.
So it's not just a one-size-fits-all, program.
Exactly. It's a safety net that's custom fitted,
Yeah.
to each person.
I like that. Okay. So the appeal makes a point of saying every donation helps,
Yeah.
even small ones. A lot of times we think, well,
Right.
$5, $10, $20, what is that really going to do?
Right? Is that even going to make a dent?
But they're pushing back on that idea.
Think of it less as a single drop in the bucket and more like each drop contributing to a wave of change.
I like that.
Yeah.
So even a small donation can help reach more young people and expand their programs.
Absolutely. And, there's also a ripple effect. When people see others supporting a cause, it inspires them to get involved too, so it builds momentum.
Yeah. And they even use the term catalyst for change to describe how donations can spark a larger movement.
That's a great way to put it.
So We're wrapping up here. What are your final thoughts?
Well, this campaign is obviously a fantastic step towards supporting these young adults.
Yeah.
But, I would challenge you to think beyond just the immediate scope of this campaign. Like, what would a truly supportive community for young people transitioning out of foster care look like in the long term?
Right. So this shouldn't be a one-time thing.
Exactly. How can we continue to advocate for their needs and create lasting systemic change?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
So we learned about Fulfill Within's commitment to community-driven change, their focus on empowering
Yeah.
young adults exiting foster care, and how donations, no matter the size, can play a role in that mission.
Right.
So thanks for joining us for another deep dive. And remember, every action, big or small, can truly make a difference.